Hi everyone, glad you can make it. This is Sarah, and today I'll be showing you one of my abstract piece, which is 61 times 53 centimeters wide. Now, the surface of the canvas is actually pre-gessoed, and I make textured on the surface. So this whole purpose is to see if acrylic pour on textured surface will make any difference, and if you can actually see the textures below on the canvas. So let's get pouring. Now my base here is Buffy White by Amsterdam. Is one of my favorite base color because it's not white and it's not beige. It's a bit in between. It's like a soy milk color but not very beigey. So I love it to replace white. And I've mixed all my warm tones. So I'm gonna pour in purple, red tones, and just a hint of sky blue. And let's see how this turned out to be. Before I forget, please, if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification button so that you get new updates from me as soon as I upload my videos, which is every week on Thursday or Friday. So, that said, now my base is just mixed with water. As you can see, it's very liquidy, and it's very runny actually. But I love my paints runny. If you can't control it, you can actually make your paints thicker. That's also fine as well. So I'm just going to cover the whole surface with this buffy white color. Isn't it a nice feeling when you blow the paste and it moves wherever you blow it to be? Like, I find it so fun. And here I've scooped the paste off the table and reused them because I don't want to waste any paints at all. So it's a good way to reuse paints. After covering all the edges with paints, I'm going to touch the base. So can you see all the tiny bubbles there? I don't like it, so I'm just going to touch everything and make sure that all the bubbles are popped. Now, if you don't do this step of torching, when your paintings dry, you have a lot of tiny holes because of the bubbles. So to prevent that, you'll have to torch your painting here and there when you can remember to, but please don't forget to torch. It's very important to do so. Now, for this piece, I'm going to have three different directions to blow, and because of that, I'll arrange the paste in the swirling motion, and I'll create three lines to start off. So I've done two, and this is my third line. I think this color is Prism Violet. I might have forgotten because I did this like a year and a half ago, so I couldn't really remember, but I think this is Prism Violet. And then the next color that I'm pouring right now would be Primary Red by Amsterdam. And next, I'll put some gold. Finally, I'll put some sky blue color just on certain parts, and let's see how they turn out to be. Right, so I'll be adding some base color again at the sides of the main paste to help assist it in running smoothly when I blow the whole thing out. So that's the whole purpose. If you want a very smooth blow, then yeah, it's good to put some paints on the sides of your main colors to help it flow better. So now I'm touching everything, and as we all know that transparent paints have a lot of tiny bubbles in them because they're lighter in weight, so they tend to create a lot of bubbles very easily. So I'm just going to touch everything first and then blow it out so that I will not get so many tiny cells everywhere. Now remember, my paints are only mixed with water, and there is no formula like 60 to 40 or stuff like that, because I like all my paints to have different consistency. um, that's why I do not really measure it perfectly. So here I'm starting off with blowing out my paints. Now because this surface is really big and the head of my blow dryer is also big, so it spreads out the paste very easily. For the center details, I'm just going to use a straw to blow out the details to make sure that the paste runs to the direction that I want it to run. So you can use a mini hairdryer if you have one. I don't suggest the manual hand pump, the air pump, the really tiny one that you use for the camera's lens. So I do not suggest using that because it's really hard. And I mean, if you want to have a really hard effects, like blowing effects, then that is great for you. But for this piece, I want it to be very flowy and subtle and smooth flowing. So I'll mainly use straw and my mouth to blow out all the paints. And some people do ask me, isn't it tiring blowing with your mouth? And the answer is yes, it's very tiring. And the first time I started, I almost fainted a few times, especially the ones that I did of my canvases size about 110 times 130 centimeters. That's about 40, no, that's about 50 times 70 inches. So yeah, I did have a really hard time blowing out so much paints, but it makes your lungs stronger. So I mean, the effects are beautiful. That's why, sometimes we use what we are given, and which is our mouth, and it create nicer effects, of course. After blowing many paints, can you see how I manipulate the shape of the flow with my mouth? Like, yeah, I mean, it's quite fascinating, that you can bend shapes of, especially paints, using just your mouth. It reminds me of the old technique of last time when we used to blow paints out using a straw for our craft work back in school days. So, yeah, this is the whole purpose. So the center part is really nice, and I find that the the top part is a bit too dull, so I'm adding more colors and I'm just going to blow it out after. Right, so this is it. This is the final end result. I love the colors. I love how everything is mixed. And I think the purple is not prism violet because it's a bit burgundish. I might have add another color into it. Anyway, can you see this blue, this sky blue is just the right amount of it. It's not too overpowering and it's just beautiful. Right, to answer my question, if textured background does make a difference when pouring or after pouring, take a look at these photos. So what do you think about having a textured background? Yay or nay? Please let me know at the comment section and I'll get back to you soon. Hope you guys enjoyed this abstract piece. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon and please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye.